Course in Miracles has made it very simple. God does not judge any one of us at all. There is no judgment because think about it logically. Does a loving parent, keyword loving parent, tell their child, if you don't do this, that, or the other, if you don't do well in school, if you don't eat your peas, if you don't mind your manners, for the rest of your eternity, I'm going to condemn you to a place where you're going to burn forever? A loving parent doesn't do that. A loving parent never says, you will be punished forever. A loving parent redirects a child in the now moment and brings about maybe an appropriate consequence. Now, this world, because we have free choice, free will to do whatever we want, this world has many unloving parents, many parents who willingly hurt their children. You see this on the news all the time. And it doesn't have to be a blood parent, it could be a step parent. It could be a grandparent, it could be an uncle or a daycare provider. It's all over the news how so many beings actually abuse little children, burn them, hurt them, punish them. I adopted a little boy when he was 6 years old. He's 30 years old now, a blessing in our lives. But we decided to adopt him because he had a mother. She was a white woman who was dying of AIDS, and her husband or boyfriend had already died of AIDS, and he was a black man. The white family didn't want a black boy. The black family didn't want a white boy. In my mind, that's crazy. But we found out about it through a church that I happened to be attending in Georgia. And we first wanted to foster him, but the insanity of the system wouldn't let us foster him because we lived in a different county. I'm one of these people that if something is placed on my heart, I don't stop. And I knew we needed to help this little boy because his mom was terminal. My husband and I at the time got together with our kids and we said, okay, we can foster him. What do you guys think about adopting him and making him a permanent member? And everybody, the kids were like, absolutely. So we adopted, and he's part of our family. And of course, the more that I talked to him, the more I found out the level of abuse that he experienced as a child. And it's unconscionable. A loving parent doesn't do that. So who does that? A parent who has disconnected from the love that they are, meaning a parent who has created barriers to loving. And they create barriers to loving because they themselves learned that it's okay to block love.